The Media Mothership presents
Forbidden Places You Should Never Visit, and Their Stories.
Number 5.
Pripyat, Ukraine. Named after the nearby river, Pripyat is a ghost town located in the northern Ukraine near the Ukraine-Belarus border. A product of the Soviet Union, the city was founded on February 4th, 1970, to serve the workers and families of the nearby Chernobyl nuclear power plant. The city had all the essentials of a modern metropolis: hospitals, a port, schools, railroad system. It was a pretty good place to start a family. That is, until April 26th, 1986. The Chernobyl nuclear power plant would explode, propelling waves and waves of radiation hurtling towards the population of 49,360 in nearby Pripyat. It is said that the levels of radiation the people of Pripyat were exposed to exceeded natural levels by up to 1,000 times. The city was evacuated in just 2 days after the explosion. However, the damage had already been done. Residents were told to pack for 3 days and expect to return to their homes and possessions in just a short time. The town is never reopened, and the residents were never allowed back. 50,000 people used to live there. Now it was a ghost town. One notable, more famous landmark, and one often featured in photographs of the city, is the abandoned Ferris wheel located in the Pripyat amusement park, which had been scheduled to open just 5 days after the Chernobyl disaster, proving just how unexpected the accident was. Access into Pripyat actually is possible today, however, extremely ill-advised. To enter Chernobyl or any of the surrounding villages, you will need to enter the 30-kilometer exclusion zone, and to do that, you'll have to arrange a day pass, with the easiest way being through a tour operator, as radiation levels in Pripyat are still extremely dangerous, and proper caution must be used to avoid falling ill. If you're looking for a Ferris wheel, you're probably best off just going to Disney World instead.
Number 4.
Metro 2, Moscow. The Metro 2 is an alleged secret underground metro system in Moscow, Russia, said to run similarly to the Moscow Metro, the city's public transportation system. The Metro 2 was built sometime during the leadership of Joseph Stalin and used and operated by members of the KGB, Russia's team of secret police. The expansiveness of the Metro 2 is said to be greater than that of the public metro, and the tracks are said to lie between 50 to 200 meters deep. The Metro 2 is said to connect the Kremlin, a government building in Russia, to the Federal Security Service's headquarters, the Russian government's airport to a hideaway underground town, in addition to other locations of national importance. In 1991, the United States Department of Defense published a report titled Military Forces in Transition, which devoted several pages to the fact that there was a secret government underground in Moscow. It also included a diagram of the system, superimposed on a map of the city. In 2008, Mikhail Polteranin, a minister under Boris Yeltsin in the early 1990s, explained, quote, "This is an extensive network of tunnels and an emergency command center in case of war, where you can command the nuclear forces of the country. It can hide a lot of people. Its maintenance was necessary. I know that the Metro 2 has branches that go to the suburbs so that the command could move away from the epicenter of a nuclear attack." Russian journalists have reported that the existence of Metro 2 is neither confirmed nor denied by Moscow Metro administration. However, in 1994, the leader of an urban exploration group, the Diggers of the Underground Planet, claimed to have found an entrance. I don't think I would recommend searching too hard for that.
Number 3.
Surtsey, Iceland. Surtsey is a volcanic island located off the southern coast of Iceland. The island appeared seemingly out of nowhere, being formed after a volcanic eruption which began 130 meters below sea level and reached the surface on November 14, 1963. The eruption lasted until June of 1967, when the island reached its maximum size. A 2007 survey shows the island's highest point is 509 feet above sea level. Surtsey, named after a fire giant from Norse mythology, was studied intensively by volcanologists during its eruption, and afterwards by other biologists, as life forms started to grow and colonize the new island. If you're thinking this sounds like a perfect place to get away from society and go bask under the beautiful aura of the Northern Lights, well, you're right. Sadly, however, unless you're assigned to do research on the island, you can't go. The only significant human impact is a small prefabricated hut, which is used by researchers while staying on the island. The hut includes a few bunk beds and a solar power source to drive an emergency radio and other key electronics. There's also an abandoned lighthouse foundation. All the visitors check themselves and their belongings to ensure no seeds are accidentally introduced by humans to this ecosystem. In 2009, a weather station for weather observations and a webcam were installed on Surtsey. Most of these volcanic islands erode away quickly. However, it is estimated that Surtsey will remain above sea level for at least another 100 years.
Number 2.
Area 51, Nevada. Area 51 is a highly classified United States Air Force base located within the Nevada Test and Training Range, where tests are conducted such as, well, we're not really sure. Details of the facility's operations have never been made public. However, the U.S. Air Force claims it is an open training range. The base is commonly thought to support the development and testing of experimental aircraft and weapons, and the United States Air Force acquired the site in 1955, primarily for flight testing the Lockheed U-2 aircraft. The intense secrecy surrounding the base has made it the frequent subject of conspiracy theories and a mainstay in UFO folklore. The base has never officially been declared a secret base, but all the research and occurrences that happen inside Area 51 are all top secret. The perimeter of the base is marked out by orange posts and are patrolled by guards in white pickup trucks and camouflage, who will not answer questions about their employers. Technology is heavily used to maintain the border of the base, including surveillance cameras and motion detectors. Some of these motion detectors are placed some distance away from the base on public land to notify guards of people approaching. Signage around the base perimeter advises that deadly force is authorized against trespassers, so as enticing as it may be to find out what's really going on in there, we would definitely recommend keeping your distance.
Number 1.
Snake Island, Brazil. Located in the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Brazil is Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island. The island may look like an inviting paradise to the untrained explorer. However, one would soon find out that is definitely not the case. Snake Island is home to the critically endangered golden lancehead pit viper, which became trapped on the island when rising sea levels covered the path that connected it to the mainland. Selection pressure allowed the snakes to adapt to their new environment rather quickly, increasing rapidly in population and rendering the island unsafe for public visitation. Snake Island is thought to have a population of about 430,000 snakes, and some estimate that there is one snake to every square meter. It is accessible only to the Brazilian Navy and select researchers vetted by the Chico Mendes Institute for Biodiversity Conservation. We've seen snakes on a plane. We're definitely good with Snake Island.
Always remember, like and subscribe for more videos. Leave a comment below on anything you might have liked in this video, and let us know what you might like to see in future videos. Till next time, we're out.